My name is Noah, and I live with my beloved wife, Lisa, and our deeply loved daughter, Madison. We are a family of 3. My wife is a skilled cook and very kind, and my daughter is always energetic and smiling. I am extremely blessed with a wonderful family and have been living every day in immense happiness.
Wow, I'm so excited about the wedding.
Yes, indeed. I never knew it could be this thrilling.
I'm really sorry for the delay.
It's okay. I know you've been working hard.
This is my wife Lisa and our daughter Madison. At the beginning of our marriage, my job was unstable due to company circumstances. Because of that, we're only now getting around to having our wedding ceremony. One day, when we visited my parents' house, Mom, Dad, please take care of Madison during the ceremony.
Please, and thank you.
Of course. I can't wait to see Lisa in her wedding dress.
Madison, stay with Grandma and Grandpa, okay?
Madison will stay with Grandma and Grandpa.
These are my parents. They get along well with Lisa and adore Madison, so we've built a good relationship. As we were enjoying a conversation as a family of 5.
What's up, Noah? You're back home.
Hello there.
Welcome back, is that right?
That's right. Oh, that's right. Noah, you're having a wedding, aren't you? You were always poorer than me, you sure you can manage?
Well, we've somehow managed to save up enough money.
So, it's going to be a pretty modest wedding then? You're not planning to invite us, your brother and his wife, to such a simple ceremony, are you?
It's a hassle to go. Well, if there's gourmet food, maybe I'll consider it.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to compare how much different our weddings were.
But since it's a wedding that's been so long in coming, I don't expect much, so there's probably no need for comparison.
Like, if it's too much trouble, you don't have to come. The visitors to our parents' house were my brother Leander and his wife Willow. Leander, who married Willow, a CEO's daughter, is now a CEO himself. Every time we meet, it's this kind of hassle, making them difficult people for both Lisa and me.
Poor Lisa, having to wear a cheap dress for her wedding, which is every woman's dream.
Yeah, that's true. A flimsy, cheap satin dress is just sad.
You two, enough is enough. And Leander, you have no right to complain. You had your wedding funded by Willow's parents.
Who cares where the money came from? Money is money, so it doesn't matter.
Well then, we'll be leaving now.
Leander and Willow said this as they left. After that, the 5 of us spent more fun times together. Then, a little later, when Lisa and Madison were out shopping and not around. What's with this Mercedes?
Hey, I was nearby and thought I'd drop by. How's it going? I just bought this new Mercedes, jealous much?
It's something you could never afford in your lifetime.
Back. Wait, is that the only reason you're here, big bro?
Well, I don't really have time to bother with you. Besides, you forgot to send the invitation, didn't you?
It's because you can't handle simple things like that. Noah, you're incompetent. That's why you'll always stay poor, you know?
Oh. Leander and Willow didn't listen to a word I said and just showed off their car before leaving. Every time, I wonder why they even bother coming, but well, it's less hassle this way. With that thought, I went back inside the house. Then, on the day of the wedding, as I was spending time with Lisa in the dressing room.
Hello, Noah?
If you're calling my number, it's obviously me.
You know, your pitiful wedding seems like such a hassle, so I'm not going. You just invited us for the wedding gifts, didn't you?
What's the point of attending a poor person's wedding? It's not like it benefits us. The food, the drinks, the venue, you must have arranged everything on a tight budget, right?
What are you on about calling me out of the blue? Are you and Leander that bored?
Don't be stupid. I'm a busy CEO, taking time out of my schedule to call you.
You think I'd be happy to hear from a brother I don't particularly want to see unless some things up?
Brothers are so cold to each other. Just say you're happy to hear from us. Stubborn poor people never get ahead, you know?
Anyway, we're not coming to your poor excuse for a wedding today. Don't bother with our portion of the meal, just pay for it yourself.
Leander and Willow suddenly called, complaining and looking down on everything. I just listened, but it seemed like there was a big misunderstanding. So, wait, when did I invite you and Willow? I never even sent you an invitation.
What? What do you mean by that?
Remember when you came over just to show off your Mercedes? I was going to tell you then, but you just talked about yourselves and left quickly.
You should have said something right away.
It's your fault for not listening.
It's fine if we, the rich and classy, choose not to attend. But for poor people like you not to invite us, the upper class? That's outrageous.
After saying that, Leander abruptly hung up the phone. But I was just thinking, well, whatever. Eventually, the ceremony went off without a hitch and the reception started. Suddenly,
Our dear brother, he didn't invite us, his own family, to his wedding.
We just wanted to celebrate purely.
what are you doing barging in here all of a sudden? Wasn't it you and Leander who said you didn't want to come in the first place?
What are you talking about, Noah? We thought we should at least show our sentiment. This wedding gift, we prepared just this much.
We stuffed the envelope so full it's bursting. And yet, to have our feelings as his brother and sister-in-law disregarded like this.
Leander and Willow, who barged into the venue, began to play the role of the poor, uninvited sibling couple. The guests were confused about what was happening, but just then, as the room started to buzz,
Hey, Daddy, look, there's a lot of play money in this envelope. Look, Madison is rich.
Oh, Madison dear. Could you give that back to me?
It's full of toy money.
Leander, Willow, what did you want to accomplish by doing this at our special celebration?
What's that? They came just to disrupt the reception.
Play money. What were they thinking?
The bride and groom are such decent people, but their siblings are like that.
did you come all this way just to do something this boring?
It's all your fault, you poor people trying to outsmart us, the rich.
Yes. All these guests gathered here are just the bottom of society anyway.
Leander, Willow, what are you doing on Noah and Lisa's big day?
That's right. It's disrespectful to the invited guests, making such a fuss. What's wrong with wishing happiness for your brother and his wife? You're married too. Can't you feel a bit of joy for them?
Ugh. Why should I, a CEO and member of the upper class, celebrate such a poor couple?
That's right. Even if we're related, our levels are just different.
But Uncle and Aunt bringing play money means maybe you don't actually have money. If you were really rich, you wouldn't bring toy money, right?
That's not true, Madison dear.
I wonder, you always talk about being celebrities, right? Even if you were pretending to celebrate, a real rich person would bring lots of real money to show off, right?
Leander and Willow were taken aback by Madison's sharp observation. The guests, having heard Madison's words, directed cold stares at Leander and Willow. Unable to endure the atmosphere, the two hastily left the venue. Despite such an incident, the reception ended successfully, and I was relieved to see all the guests leave with smiles. Some time later.
Noah, I'm begging you.
Well, what's up, big brother? You always pop up suddenly. What do you need?
Please, lend me some money. I need money.
What are you talking about? Just sell that fancy car you were driving the other day.
That's right. Besides, you always called us poor, didn't you? So, we don't have any money. Did you forget what you said?
The car. I sold it, but I'm out of money. That's why I'm asking you to lend me some.
We lost major deals. Many clients have terminated contracts with us. We're in a huge pinch right now. So, please, even poor people like you must have some money to lend to your brother and sister-in-law, right?
Asking for a loan with that kind of attitude.
Why did this happen so suddenly? We were doing well until now.
That might be because of the reception. You know, I have various connections. So many big company CEOs attended. I often end up making friends at business or drinking events.
Well, if you make such comments in front of those people, you lose credibility. It's your own fault for the contract cancellations.
Actually, I work in sales for a certain major corporation. While it's a small company, the projects we handle are significant. When I joined, the company was still growing, and the income was low and unstable. However, our company steadily gained trust and underwent rapid growth. So yeah, I have a wide network, believe it or not.
Then, maybe you can talk to everyone for me.
No way. Why should I lower my head for my brother's sake? Besides, the contracts were terminated because the clients judged you and Willow, right? It's your own responsibility. If you're going to apologize, do it yourselves.
Noah, don't get too cocky, or you might end up regretting it.
Looks like you're the ones in trouble. Enough with the bluffing.
How does a mere salesman like you have such connections?
Because Noah has worked hard consistently. Sure, he met many people at drinking parties or places unrelated to work. But even when there are no meetings or conferences, he would drop by companies near our house with a box of sweets, just to say hello. Even when there's no current business, he would nurture relationships, and that's how he gained trust. His efforts also contributed to the company's profits, and that's how we became close enough to invite them to our wedding.
I am, after all, a super salesman.
Super salesman? You?
Do you know KST Corporation?
Ah, that rapidly growing company. What about it?
Noah works for KST.
What? You work for such an incredible company.
Yeah. When I joined, it was still small, and you and Willow made fun of me, but I was excited thinking this company will definitely grow big, so I joined.
Then your salary and bonuses must be quite good. Lend us some money.
No thanks. I have a foreign policy against lending or borrowing money. At this time, I firmly refused Leander and Willow's request to lend them money. Unless it was a dire situation, which it wasn't, I felt no obligation to lend them anything. I don't know how we've been living up until now, brother and Willow, but haven't you been arrogant in your work and everything else?
Indeed. Honestly, both of you, my brother-in-law and Willow. You often say thoughtless things without any consideration. And you, brother-in-law, as a CEO. And Willow, as a CEO's daughter, maybe you've become too arrogant and overbearing?
Why? As the CEO, I should be the most important. That's just maintaining dignity.
Right. It's perfectly fine for a CEO to be a bit bossy.
You know, I think your past behaviors have contributed to this situation. If you had gained trust in your work, Leander, you wouldn't have had nearly all your contracts canceled just because of what happened at the reception.
Maybe all those companies were just waiting for the right time to cancel their contracts with you. And after seeing your huge blunder at the reception, they decided it was the perfect opportunity.
Ultimately, it's your own responsibility that led to this situation.
What? Noah, you, not just cunning, but now you're acting all high and mighty.
I'm not trying to be smart or sly. I just enjoy my job. If you, brother, had found fulfillment in seeing your company grow, you wouldn't be in this situation now. But, well, it's too late for that. Since marrying Willow and becoming a CEO, Leander's attitude had become increasingly arrogant. This was evident not only in his personal life but also in his professional demeanor, and as a result, his past actions had come back to haunt him.
Please, Noah! Without your help, we don't know what will happen to us tomorrow.
Please, just lend us about 10 million yen.
Wow, that's quite bold. Haven't I already said? I don't do money lending or borrowing. You'll manage just fine because, after all, you and Willow are upper class, right?
That's right. You must have plenty of savings. I'm so jealous.
Don't say things like that.
Oh? Willow, isn't that bag you're carrying a super high-end brand? You could sell that for a good amount of money, couldn't you?
I won't sell this. I want to keep my branded items.
Don't be ridiculous. If you're struggling financially due to poor business performance, get rid of such luxurious items immediately and sell them. Asking for money while holding on to such things, that's ridiculous. I'm appalled.
Why should I have to sell my brand items?
This is hopeless.
Here, then Madison will give you lots of this play money. Cheer up. Look, it has lots of zeros. With this much, you could live and play forever. If I had it, I'd play a lot with Kenta and Akko.
Madison, that's very generous of you to give so much.
Dahiki, this should be enough, right?
Brother, Willow, Madison is offering to give you some. Isn't that great? Leander and Willow seemed desperate, and eventually,
Please, Noah! You're the only ones we can turn to now.
Please! If not 10 million yen, then 9 million will do.
Look at us! We're begging you to help.
no, I refuse. As the CEO, it's your responsibility to see things through to the end.
Exactly. The ones who are really suffering are your employees.
Please, just lend us the money.
We're begging you.
No way. I'm not lending you a single yen.
Now, it's time for you to leave.
Saying so, I heartlessly pushed the pleading couple out the door. Indeed, Leander's company's performance rapidly deteriorated due to their behavior at the reception, and without any hope of recovery, the company went bankrupt. The employees, anticipating this outcome, had already found new jobs before the collapse. Leander and Willow lost their impressive house, car, luxurious brand items, and even their titles as CEO and CEO's spouse. In their place, they were left with a substantial amount of debt. Although they are trying to get by with day-to-day jobs, without a stable home, they can find steady employment and are now living under the eaves of an abandoned house.
Mama's dress was so pretty.
Thank you. Madison, you were very cute too.
Mom and Dad will send the photos later.
Noah, thank you for giving me this wedding. I'm so happy.
Madison is happy too. Papa, I love you.
Me too. I'm so happy and love you all. So, despite the turmoil caused by Leander and his wife, our family continues to be happy today. Lisa's contented face, Madison's joyful smile. As the head of the family, I'm not sure how far I can go, but to protect these smiles, I feel like I can do anything. I have found a family so precious that it strengthens my resolve. Our journey is still ongoing. To continue living happily together, I strongly vow to myself to try even harder.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to hit the like button and consider subscribing to my channel for more great content. Just click on the subscribe button below and don't forget to ring the notification bell so you'll be the first to know when I upload a new video. See you in the next one.